What's up, hosers? Today we're taking a little break from the S10. The Ranger here, it has manual locks. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be putting electric actuators and an alarm system in so that I don't have to manually unlock and lock my car anymore. So first thing we gotta do is we gotta take off the door cards because we're gonna figure out where we're gonna be mounting the actuators. To take off the door card, there's just one screw up on the top here, one screw inside here, and then there's a bunch of clips everywhere else. You have to take another screw out of the window roller. Pop this off, slide it to the side, and then there's a screw underneath it. Okay, so now we just need to find a spot to fit the actuator. What it'll do is when you unlock the car, it'll actuate up. You lock the car, it'll actuate down. Basically, it's going to be pulling on the actual bar itself to actuate the lock and unlock of the truck. If you can imagine this is inside the door, we're thinking that it's going to probably work really well in this position here, because under here there's a spot for the clip to hold the door card on, and up here there's one as well, and this will clear both of them if it's on the inside. So we've made our marks here and here, so now we're just going to drill them out and we'll see if it lines up. That looks perfect again. So the way these bolt up or screw up is there's a self tapper and it creates threads in the plastic here. A little quick tip for any time you're actually trying to build threads into a piece of plastic. You just heat up the screw a little bit. That should be plenty enough. I'm going to toss our motor in there. And then this should just do clean threads. It should feel just like butter. Won't give you any troubles. You just don't want to reef on it when it's really hot, because then you'll just pull the threads through. So just nice and snug, and it'll do it just fine. We'll do the same thing for the other one. Once it changes color, that's probably plenty enough. and she's snug. In the kit, you're gonna get a rod, 3 screws, and a little bracket. And then I went ahead and I took out the rod that's in the door. So first thing I did is I just bent the one end to go into our actuator. And then we need to bend the other end so that it can attach itself to the rod that actually locks and unlocks with the button inside the car. This rod, it sits in the car exactly in this kind of position here. And what we did is we went to the actual thing and we set it up, and we figured out the bend needs to be right about there. So we're just going to bend that. And you're going to want it to be just about the same amount of a bend as it is in this rod. So I need to bend it back just a little bit. And there we have it. Now there's another linkage in there that we need to clear. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another bend right about here, but it's going to bend in just a little bit, like so. So you can see it has a bit of a bend like that, so that it clears. There's a piece of it's like a linkage of some kind that is on the inside here, so we want it to clear it. Okay, so when you're all done, it should look something like this. Okay, so I've got everything in there, it's all tight. Okay, so now if I hold on to the actuator and mimic like I'm actuating the actuator, it locks and it unlocks. That's all done by the actuator. And if I pull on the lock, same thing. So in theory, once we wire this up, power will pull it down and it'll lock the car. So we just got a little extra bit of wire here. We're just going to extend the leads out from the actuators so that they can go through the door. The wire crimps that we're going to be using are actually heat shrink and solder, so it's weatherproof and everything. I found these on Amazon for a pack. They're really cheap. Definitely recommend it. I use it for all my radio wiring, any wiring I have to do. It's really easy to use too. Just twist the end of the wire, feed it all the way through on one. Twist these wires around each other. Feed it back over without separating the wire. Get some heat. And then once you see the solder start to run, you're good. It's a nice watertight connection there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to thread those wires through this grommet that's already going through for the speaker wires. Okay, so we pulled it through the grommet here. We're going to run it down behind the hinge, and then down here we found a grommet. We're just going to drill a hole through the grommet, and then we can drill a hole right through the side. Inside here, obviously we're going to take the plastic cover off, and then we're going to run all the wires just in behind this plastic cover. So in order to get access to this corner, we're going to have to take this side sill off because it overlaps this panel here. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 Robertsons, and that looks to be it. Easy peasy. So where we're going to want to drill is going to be basically right about here. So to prevent any chafing or any scratching, what we're going to do is we're going to just wrap a bunch of electro tape just right in the spot where it's going to wrap up against here, and then we're going to put some more in up here just in case. Okay, so now theoretically we can put the door cards back on, and when we wire everything up, hopefully everything works. Hey, what's up guys? I was just editing the last video and I noticed we didn't record an outro, so here it is. Subscribe, like, comment, and stay tuned for the next episode. We're just about to start recording it right now. Peace.